Hi, my name is Merlin. I am starting my YouTube channel here to share with you my journey with my son Tré, who has autism. He is now 4 years old and I think it's 8 months. And I have had a journey with him, and I just wanted to share for encouragement and also to share the tools that I use and I found that worked for me. But first, I just wanted to give a little bit of an intro of where I started and how I found out about my son Tré. Actually, right before he turned 2 years old, that's when me and my husband found out. His sister, who was a pediatric nurse, was the one that pointed it out to us. We actually didn't have any idea that he had autism. And so we started to analyze some of the things that he did, like he would flap his hands around. And we did a few research, but I wanted to find out from the professionals. So what I did is I got into contact with a doctor, and I made an appointment to have him assessed. So we went to the UCSD Autism Center, and they assessed him for 4 hours. And after it was done, they told me that because he was only 2 years old, they could not diagnose him. But I asked the doctor, please, from what you know and what you've seen, what do you think my son is? Is he towards the normal end, or is he towards the autism spectrum? And she said he's way on the high end of the autism spectrum. So that's when we started to do the ABA. The ABA is a analysis for behavior, I think it is, therapy that they do, and they assigned a teacher to come to our house. And so that's what we started when he was 2 years old. We started that. So for 1 year, he did the ABA therapy, where a teacher came to the house and was with him for 2.5 hours, Monday through Friday. And then speech therapy, they assigned him speech therapy for 1 hour a week. So that's what we did with Tré for about 1 year, from 2 years old all the way up to 3 years old. So I think they had let us know that we participated in 75% of the therapy. So that's the history for Tré from 2 to 3 years old. They tried to let us know that he also needed occupational therapy, but it didn't work out. He just went to one session, and that was that. He had some problems going. He wasn't he wasn't connecting with the therapist there. So my husband decided not to bring him. So we just did the speech therapy once a week, and then the ABA therapy Monday through Friday, like I said, 2.5 hours. And then that was that. We had to stop like the month that he turned 3 years old, because we were moving to another location, to Riverside, and I also had a newborn baby, so we got pretty busy. We were moving. I had a newborn baby. We were doing our wedding, planning our wedding, so it got kind of busy. So at that time, maybe for like 2 months, I signed up for a Gemini program, which I found on Facebook. It's a clinically proven online therapy for kids with autism, and it helps them with speech, language, and reading, and also social skills. So I told my husband, hey, I found this program. So he said, go ahead and sign up for it. So I signed up for that for maybe around 3 months in Riverside. I was on and off with that due to being busy with my newborn baby, and also the move. So I was very preoccupied. I would let him listen to that during mealtime. So maybe he would get about maybe around 45 minutes a day of that if I was consistent with it. And then I would also read to him. So I would read to him books that I had. So for 6 months after the ABA, 3 months I did that. And then we had a big move to the Philippines, and that's when we also got really busy, and we didn't have the internet accessible to us. So I put a stop on that for a little bit. So what I did was I just read to him books and tried to talk to him as much as I could, trying to to teach him everything through just communication, talking to him all the time, pointing things out, saying his ABCs, one, two, threes, and shapes and whatnot, just teaching him like that. And I did that for 3 months, another 3 months of that, and on and off Gemini when I had internet service. And then we moved to our new place here, and then I had good internet service, so I was able to do Gemini on the regular, still at mealtime. But I told my husband we have to sign him up for therapy. So he decided yes, and we also brought him to speech and OT. OT we only did for 2 months, and then speech therapy we continued for 6 months. And then my husband and I were discussing that we think that Tré should go to regular school and see how they do with like a special ed incorporated into also bring him in with the regular kids. So what we did, we took him out of the speech therapy and we brought him to a private school, and he was in SPED, as like a special ed. So he had a one-on-one teacher that would integrate him with the regular kids. So that lasted about, I think, 5 months. We did that for 5 months. And then we were talking again, me and my husband, because we weren't seeing so much of a change in Tré. I mean, we saw lots of changes with Gemini, the Gemini online program. A lot of his words and his learning, his milestones were coming from Gemini. And so my husband and I decided, hey, I guess what we should do is put him through therapy first and focus on the things that he needs to be focusing on. So we decided, hey, we were talking to our friends and they referred us to an OT that did a good job for their son. So we signed up for that. And also I was looking into having a teacher come to our house and help me incorporate Gemini and other projects that I had. So we did that. We were planning to do that, but what happened was the COVID-19 happened. So the teacher that I was planning to bring to my house for homeschool therapy didn't follow through, and then as well as the OT didn't follow through. So I just had to step up my game in the homeschooling, which I started in February. So from February, it's 2020 right now, February 2020 until the present, which is June. Today's June 16, I believe. I've been doing Gemini, the Gemini program, and homeschool, just teaching him all the things that I've learned through my journey with the autism, like just reading online and whatnot. And I just have to say that he's been doing a lot better. He has hit so many milestones, and I'm very happy, and me and my husband are very happy that he's been improving so much in these past, I think it's 4 months. So I decided to share my journey with you guys. I want to share what I do and how my son has improved in just 4 months. He's had ABA for 1 year, and then he had he had school here in the Philippines for about a total of, I think, 11 months, and then homeschool with me and Gemini for 4 months, and he's been doing so great. So I will share with you in the next video what I do on a daily basis, and I'll let you know his progress from the beginning and what he is now. But that's a little intro on my history with my son, and I hope that those who can relate can find comfort in this video, that there always is hope. Just don't give up, and we're here together in this journey. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you in my next video. Excuse my dog, he's so loud. But thank you so much. Again, my name is Merlin, and I'm sharing my journey with my son with autism, Tré. Thank you. Bye.